We sort of re-identified who we were. But even before that, we saw the traces of population loss going back all the way to the 1960s. And during that time, the leaders of this city decided to invest in big projects, redoing the downtown, building the bridges and the tunnels, creating new ways, not just of rail and of water to transport, but of roadway. And then looking at major projects, the Civic Arena, the North Side, East Liberty, and their motive and their tool was demolition. And they did these huge projects throughout the city. And then after we went through our Depression era of the 80s, we sort of did the same thing. The Convention Center, Heinz Field, PNC Park, downtown development. That era of that renaissance that started with Davy Lawrence and is ending right now was the era of we looked at big things to change our city. We're at that fourth stage. And what it is up to us to define it. We have an opportunity to spend $3 billion on huge tunnels underneath our rivers, or we have the ability to use it in a way to make it green, to rebuild neighborhoods like Homewood, to invest in areas like Hazelwood with canals that don't put it, where we daylight it, not bury it, using areas of Chateau and Manchester as areas where we invest, and in Lawrenceville at the Heppenstall plant and along the Allegheny River. We have the opportunity to invest into our neighborhoods the same way that we invested for 50 years on the major big projects. Now, I'm sure you've read about in the paper some of the debate happening with the Civic Arena, the Consol Energy Center, and the Penguins. Here's the thing. We're at a new normal. There is no more Main Street money. There is no more Elm Street money. The federal government now tells us what roads we can use for transportation. So we have to be very creative in how we use the tools that are left. So as you stand there and you look at Consol Energy Center from 5th Avenue, and you just look over to the left at the 28 acres the Penguins are going to develop, and you can imagine all the new sidewalks and all the new roads and the new tree grates with the new trees and the beautiful lamp poles and everything else. And then you don't even have to move your feet. You just pivot to 5th Avenue and you see rusted out trolley poles with lights jammed in them, asphalt sidewalks, no trees. The first tree you see is on Pride Street and it's dead. We're never going to have the money to invest in it unless we think differently and we spread that economic opportunity over across 5th Avenue, up past Crawford, including Pride Street, and start to redevelop the whole community. And you know what? I met with the Penguins last week, and they said yes. Yeah, we've been busy. We've been meeting with Buncher about the development down in the Strip District and decoupling the terminal building from their development so we can redevelop the terminal building into something we can all be really proud of, because the terminal building built the Strip District, and then letting their development happen the way that it should. We've been busy when it comes down to the Stadium Authority and the proposal to extend it for another 50 years and saying, we don't need to extend it 50 years, let's just extend it till its debt runs out, and then we'll have the opportunity to be able to merge it into the URA and not have an agency that was created with Three River Stadium.
Yes!
Yes! Absolutely. So these are just small parts of what's going to be the initiatives to rebuild Pittsburgh's neighborhoods. Every neighborhood that hasn't seen development is going to have an opportunity to put together a community plan. And then we're going to be held accountable to trying to get it done. We're never going to redevelop Homewood with a new Walgreens, but we can start to work on those homes one by one and renovate them and have it so that people want to live there again. And we're going to have a goal of building housing to bring in 20,000 new residents in the next 10 years. And when we have 20,000 new residents, we're never going to have to ask what school we close, because we'll have a tax base to keep all of our schools open. And that's the vision. That's the fourth Pittsburgh. from the frontier city to the industrial capital, to the city of the renaissance of the big projects, to the next vision of understanding that it isn't any longer about rail and river, and it's not really that much about highway. It's about public transit and building out a 21st century model, because it's not about getting product to work or product to market, it's about getting people to work. And we'll build out that as well. These are the goals that we've built. This is the political organization that you're behind. And
no trash cans that say Bill Peduto?
Oh yeah, we're also going to clean up city government while we're doing it too. Yeah, we're going to be doing that big time. But listen, so I need your help. I need you to take a yard sign, because I need you to let people remember to go out on November 6th. Hey Bruce, hold up that beautiful shirt on your shoulder. Yes. I need your help to get legal help so we don't get sued by Major League Baseball for that. No, sign up. Those shirts are for you. They're right at the front. All they ask is that you commit to Lucky 13. 13 hours of volunteering, 13 yard sign locations are helping us to raise $130. And you know what? We'll work with you on all of it. But get a shirt. Let people know which team you're on. And 5.
November 5th.
5th. That's when they're supposed to vote. Okay. Well, don't vote on November 6th then. Hey, look. I can't remember election day. The other guy can't remember what country to live in. I mean, unless he's walking around with a clipboard signing up volunteers. It's one crazy race. All right, listen, that's it. I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, thank all of you. We've got a good slate of candidates to support on the Democratic ticket. I ask you, as you support us, to help to support them as well. And have fun today, guys. We're going to get together November 5th, but we're going to get together at a very special place. We're going to get together in the neighborhood my grandma was born and raised in, Homewood. And we're going to bring the city of Pittsburgh out to Homewood. And we're going to start to recognize our neighborhoods instead of at a hotel downtown. See you then. See you on the campaign trail. Thanks, guys.